Test, test, test. All right. The mic is on. Audio. Hold on. Which one's audio? I don't know which one's audio now. This one. I think that is audio. Audio? Yes, we do. All right. Well, here we go. We are playing some Endgame. Why are we playing Endgame? Well, a couple of reasons. Um, Blackout Royale drops this Friday at midnight. No, I will not be getting on at midnight. And I want to rank up the sniper, not because there's loadouts, but because I like to snipe and I want to be used to the sniper, assuming when I play Blackout Royale, if the sniper's in the game, I want to know everything about the sniper. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm going to try it out. So we're gonna go rank this up. I gonna do some camos on it, cause you know me, I'm all about my end game camos. I need 250 criticals, 100 suppress, 100 fear enemies, 100 8 attachments. All right, so we just gotta kill 100 fear enemies because we have our 8 attachments. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hold on, we need our 8th attachment. Bullet velocity, perfect. There's our 8th attachment. All right, let's go do this. We're on Call of Duty. That's crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work. We're on Call of Duty. But you never say never, because you never know. You never know what's going to get you back on there. Although I did say, when they announced Blackout possibly coming back, I did say I would check it out. So before anybody tries to say anything, I did say it. I said if they brought back Blackout, I got to give it a decent look. So we just getting ready for that. And fun fact, I was playing COD yesterday, March 9th. I was playing Resurgence, Legacy, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a good time. It was a good time. I did not go into it with any pre-established mindset, meaning I didn't go into it trying to win or any of that nonsense. I was just like, let me just get back on COD, let me get back up to speed. You know, I said let me check things out, and that's what I did. Got back on COD yesterday for the first time. For me, it's been like 4 months at least. Genuinely can't remember the last time I was on COD. I know I did the end game camo and I did the zombies camo, but it's been a while. So it's been a while. All right, I gotta get critical kills. So let's start down here. Let's work our way around the map, getting these criticals. And Blackout's gonna be on this map. It's gonna be on Avalon. So you know we might as well start getting used to it. Kind of used to it from doing in game, but there's a lot to the map. There's a lot to the map. Like I said, we're gonna rank up this gun. We're gonna work on some camos. I gotta put a token because it's kind of pointless if we don't put a token while trying to rank up the gun. We need some headshots. That's a critical. not a critical. Man, I'm out here shooting like lock. Crazy. Alright, let's disable that. Somebody just shot at me. I feel like my focus is too low. Oh yeah, my focus is low. Like I'm having trouble adjusting when I'm focusing. Hey, chill with that, my guy. Just here to get critical kills.
Outside's clear. Head inside and do the same.
Head inside and do the same.
Accessing doors. You're in.
Oh, they got a dog. Dog's kind of dumb. He's just standing there. Definitely just crazy.
There's a shipping container in the AO. Might be useful.
And hey, yo, it's crazy. But you know what I didn't check? Happened to me last time. I went live. For some reason, it only scheduled my live, and it didn't actually put me live, which I thought was weird. Okay, I'm actually live. Gotta make sure with this. Gotta make sure, because last time, it like I said, it literally, I went live. I was live for like 2-3 hours. I was playing Ark. But the game was like, oh, we're gonna schedule your live. I don't know what that was about.
The guild has charging
anyways,
stations nearby. They'd hate it if
get
they
these
went
criticals.
offline. Give me access through your seat and I'll overkeep the station.
This dog again. Might as well do this mission. Get the weapon XP out of it.
Stand by.
Alright, let's get this one before the ship shows up.
Stand by.
Alright, we're leveling up pretty decently. This man. Why is my screen shaking? See, some of this ultra realism is just a little bit too much. Like my whole screen has to shake. My entire screen has to shake. Like, what are we doing? Like, I get it. You want to simulate an explosion, but like... Alright, I'm a little bit over 100 criticals. I need 250, so... It's a pretty straightforward grind. Get headshots. It is a pretty straightforward grind. Go find more people. Alright, more people here.
You're near a field checkpoint. Clear it out and loosen the foothold.
125. Pretty straightforward grind. I know there's one more. There it is. Oh, one more.
All clear.
There we go.
Feel a massive haircut with that one. High and
PG! What up, PG? Sorry, I had to take a sip of my Capri Sun. PG, I'm playing COD, PG. I'm playing COD, PG. Blackout comes out Friday, PG. I gotta try it. I have to. I have to. I have to. I have to. Let's be for real, PG. I have to.
There's a quarantine command center.
I gotta try Blackout. No loadouts, no gulags. Just
Container nearby.
ground loot. Like Red Sec, you only get 2 chances to come back. You get a token and redeploy towers. PG, I gotta try it. I gotta try it. It's the most balanced version of COD we're gonna have in like the last 10 years. Actually, it's the most balanced version of COD we're gonna have since Blackout. So I gotta try it. I said I was gonna try it when they announced Blackout. I said I was gonna try it. I got the video, PG, so I wasn't lying. Listen, a balanced Call of Duty is my greatest wish. No loadouts, no gulags, none of that cheesy stuff. Yeah, man, that's a dream come true. A balanced Call of Duty? Who just shot me? Who just shot me? I gotta at least try it, PG. It's balanced. You load in. It's like Battlefield. It's just like Battlefield. You load in, ground loot. You get one free redeploy, and then after that, your teammate has to basically redeploy you back.
No sign of doom.
Come on now.
Foster was seen on an island.
It's good enough for Red Tech. It's good enough for COD.
Guild went scorched earth. If they can't
If there's
handle
one thing I hate about
it,
Warzone,
make sure
is
nobody
loadouts.
can.
It makes everybody use the same exact gun. It's cheesy. Oh, money this. No UAVs, PG. No bounties. None of that nonsense. Just literally just raw BR gameplay. Grab guns and rotate. Survive. Dreams come true, PG. Well, sort of. Hey, yo. Best version of COD we're gonna get. No bounty cheese, no UAV spam, no advanced UAV spam. No heartbeats. No team gathering money every 5 seconds. Calling advanced UAVs, giving away your position every 5 seconds. Oh, what? That's what COD's been missing since Blackout. I think Warzone was the worst thing to happen to COD. It just got too spammy. Like the economy of Warzone is just bad. Like when you're playing a battle royale, you shouldn't have that much access to constant information. Like I shouldn't constantly know where everybody is on the map. That by definition is not a battle royale. The whole point of a battle royale is to carefully pick your rotations. Carefully pick, should I push this building? Carefully pick, man, should I take that hillside? But Call of Duty is like, okay, UAV, 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 non-stop UAV, non-stop UAV. It's like that's not BR. Kind of corny, really.
With 100 of you at least.
I personally got tired of it.
I'll have my people reach out.
I personally got tired of it. That's the one thing I liked about Red Tech, if I'm being dead honest. What up, Locke? That's the one thing I liked about Red Tech, and that's why I loved Blackout, the original Blackout, so much. It was because it felt like a true BR. It was like, all right, you're going to land in, and now you got to be smart about where you going to rotate to. What house you want to hold. What hill you want to hold. It wasn't about like, oh, yo, give me your 4K. Let me buy a UAV. Pop a UAV. Pop a UAV. Pop a UAV. That's all you heard in Warzone. Pop a UE. Pop a UE. Pop a UE. Grab that bounty. Pop a UE. It's just like constant information, and it's just like, bro, we're not playing the BR. If I constantly know where everybody is, we're not playing a BR. Nah, man, this is Avalon. I'm getting ready for Blackout Lock. Friday is me, you, Legacy, and Mel. Unless PG wants to jump in. I haven't talked to Mel, so I don't know. We don't have a fourth yet. Could be PG. If he's up for it. I haven't talked to Mel, so really, right now just me and Legacy is basically what I'm saying. We need a third and a fourth.
Connect your C-Link and I'll be able to overheat.
It comes out Friday at midnight. No, I will not be playing it at midnight. I like my sleep.
Okay.
No, you don't need guns ranked. Blackout is not, there's no loadouts in Blackout. It's all ground loot. It's just like Battlefield. There's nothing to rank. There's literally nothing to rank. You drop in, and it's all ground loot, Lock. No loadouts, no bounties, no UAVs. There's no buy stations. I'm telling you, think of it like Red Set. You drop in, and you play with what you got. Oh, snap. There goes my screen shaking again. Oh, he's shimming on me. Yeah, it's like the original Blackout. You pick out your guns from the floor. You know how long I've been waiting for COD to go back to that? I've been waiting since Blackout. I was just telling PG, like, yo, I'm tired. I'm tired of dropping into a game and everybody has constant information on everybody. A million UAVs, a million advanced UAVs, bounties. Oh, you died, buy him back. You died, buy him back. Oh, he died, buy him back. How many times have you pushed a team? You kill 1 or 2 people. And before you could finish the fight, they already bought the first 2 back. So now you're reloading, replaying, but they came back because their team had like $50,000 on them, and then they just keep buying each other back. That takes away the skill of it. That takes away the skill of it. Like, yo, I'll gun 2 or 3 of your teammates, but because you got $50,000, you just keep buying them back. Nah,
Checkpoint nearby.
I'm done with that.
Loosen the guild's foothold.
I'm done with that. I want a BR experience. If I outplayed your team, I outplayed your team. I'm looking forward to Blackout, man. Like, honestly, if you like Red Sec, you're probably gonna like Blackout because it works under the same rules.
That should diminish the guild's effectiveness in that area for a while.
How many criticals do I have by now? I am so looking forward to Blackout, man. I am so looking forward. I wish, I'm gonna say it right now, March 10th, 2026 at 10:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna say it right now. I wish, hold on, let me pause the game for this. I wish they got rid of Warzone and just made it like Blackout and just kept that going forward. I think Warzone is the thing that has ruined Call of Duty. It has ruined multiplayer because if you think about it, nobody plays multiplayer anymore because multiplayer just became a weapon leveling simulator. That's why people don't even take pride in getting the camo because when you really think about it, there's no reward in the camo. The only reward in multiplayer is let me rank up this gun so I can go play it in Warzone and put it in my loadout. But if you take that away, if you take away that connection, now you can say to somebody, you know what? I'm not a Blackout player, so I can just focus on multiplayer and get my camos. And if you're a Blackout player, then you can say, you know what? Today I want to play multiplayer and grind some camos, or today I want to play Blackout, and it doesn't matter because I don't have to grind any weapons to go play that mode. See what I'm saying? I think Warzone has ruined multiplayer, and Blackout is the thing that's missing. My opinion. I'm not speaking or representing anybody, but my opinion. I think Call of Duty needs to have Blackout as its standalone mode to rekindle the love of multiplayer that a lot of players have and give those players a reason to choose. We're all about choice here. We're all pro-choice here. To choose, hey, I either want to play Blackout and have a good time there and not have to worry about ranking up guns, or I do want to go play some multiplayer and grind out some camos. Warzone has eliminated choice, and it has, in turn, ruined Call of Duty as a whole. My opinion. And this is as somebody who grinds camos, as somebody who played a lot of Resurgence, as somebody who played a lot of Warzone. That's my hot take.
We'll settle up in due time.
Separate the two modes, man. Separate the two modes. Yo, my car just blew up for no reason. Separate the two modes, and now you have people with the choice of what they want to grind. And like I said, it adds new life to multiplayer. Because I'm not tied to having to play multiplayer just because I want to play Warzone. I'm not tied to that boundary anymore. Just my 2 cents, guys. Just my 2 cents. Who shot me? I'm in the wrong place. Ooh, sentry. Oh! There's somebody over here to the left. Yeah, I believe the Blackout experience is free, if I'm not mistaken, because that's basically their war zone. Yeah, that's basically their war zone, so...
Container nearby. Get to it before they do.
That's crazy, I thought I could climb that. So yeah, Avalon is for free. It's part of their Warzone experience. This is Avalon, basically. This is the Avalon map. So Blackout is going to be on this right here. I'm excited, man. Call of Duty has lost balance, and that's why it's just not fun anymore. You go into Warzone or Resurgence, and everybody uses the same 2 guns. It's kind of pointless. And like I said, like, perks are kind of useless too, because everybody pops so many bounties and advanced UAVs, and it's just so much information that you're just like, what is even the point? What is even the point of perks? That's how I feel. What's the point of Ghost? What's the point of Tracker? What's the point of anything? Because once enough teams pop advanced UAVs, nothing really matters. How am I on the name tag but not hitting him? Weird. Do I not have 250 criticals already? You threw a nade at me? Hey, yo! I don't even see him. He's like behind a tree somewhere. Got him. He just went through the box.
Nice cargo there. Worth 100 of you.
Am I at 250 yet? 245. Okay, I need 5 more.
You're next.
I'm telling you, I'm excited. I said at the beginning of my stream, me and Legacy were playing yesterday. We were playing COD last night. I didn't go live, but we were playing COD last night. I had fun, man. I went into it. I wasn't thinking about winning or anything like that. I was just like, you know what? Let me just play. I didn't care about getting kills. I didn't care about winning. I didn't care about anything. I was just like, let me just play. And we had fun. We didn't even win. We didn't get any wins last night, and it didn't even matter. That's the thing. Like, we didn't get any wins, and I was just like, it's whatever. Hello? $249. I need one more. I got on after 4 months. I told Legacy, I'm like, yo, don't set any expectations. I'm just playing to play. I'm not playing to win. I'm not playing for a KD. I'm not playing for any particular reason. I'm just playing to play. And we went into it. We're playing duels for like 3 hours or so yesterday. And that was it. All right, I gotta go kill fear enemies. So now I gotta go up here. The thing I'm learning about COD after taking 2 breaks, I took a break last year. Well, I took a break in 2024 going into 2025, and then another break 2025 going into 2026. The thing I learned about COD is, one, the lack of balance is really what's taken away the passion for me. I like balanced games, and COD is the only game that's not balanced. That's the crazy thing. It's not even like there's a lot of them. COD is the only one that's not balanced. But more specifically, okay. More specifically, like, you got to take the competitiveness out of COD, and I mean that within yourself. Like, I was playing COD very competitively, mentally, and I don't just mean ranked, but like, I was trying to win every game. I was trying to get every kill. I was trying to keep my KD positive. When you go into COD with that mindset, you're gonna have a rough time. And I learned that lesson the hard way. I learned that lesson for myself the hard way. That's why I said I played last night with Legacy with 0 expectations of anything. Told him straight up, like, bro, I don't care if we die 100 times. I don't care if we lose. And you know what? After like 3 hours of playing, didn't win a single game. I think we got a couple second places, couple top 5s. I just took that mindset out of it. I just took the winning mindset out of it. I took the competitive mindset out of it. And we actually had a good time playing. We died, and it was just like, all right, queue it back up. Yeah, I'll be watching your Red Tech streams with Warwick. And, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could just see the difference in the way you play. You could just see the difference in your demeanor. When you could just tell that you're just playing to play. You're just playing for fun. You're just playing to have a good time. When you go into it with this hyper competitiveness of, like, I gotta win, I gotta win. Like, of course you want to win. But if you don't, it's like, yeah, whatever, I didn't win. And that's it. Because you know what you're going to do? I said this to Legacy last night. I said, you know what happens when you win? You just queue back up and try to do it again. That's it. That's the prize. That's the prize of winning. Oh, hey, I won. Let's do it again. Oh, hey, I won again. Let's do it again. That's it. That's the consolation prize. So I'm realizing, and I should be smart enough to have known this already, but again, because when you go into it with a hyper-competitive mindset, it's easy to forget in the moment. So I'm going into it with a hyper-competitive mindset of win, 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 get kills, positive KD, you know, and you lose that basic foundation of, like, why am I even here? Because there is no ending to games like this. There is no ending to battle royales. There is no ending to resurgence. There's no ending to Battlefield. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So if your objective is I'm playing to win, you're never going to get satisfied. There's a name for that. It's the arrival fallacy in psychology. That's what it's called. The arrival fallacy. The arrival fallacy is thinking that once you achieve something, you're going to be happy. And then when you achieve it, you're still not happy. And you're asking yourself, why? Why am I not happy? I did the thing I said I wanted to do. Well, that's the arrival fallacy, is you never get the satisfaction of the goal you set. Because the goal is never ending. When you play video games, the goal is never ending. Even when you beat a game. But the problem is with games like this, first-person shooters, there is no end game. No pun intended, because I'm playing end game. There is no end game when you play first-person shooters. You could win 100 straight times, and you know what happens after you win 100 times? Nothing. You just won 100 times. And you just keep doing it over and over and over again. And when people tell you, well, I play for my KD, I play for this, I play for that. Again, that's hyper-competitiveness. And that's the thing that ruins it for people. That's why people now, you see it a lot phrased a different way. It's the people who constantly say, there's no content. There's no content. We need more content. But no, the problem is it's a rival fallacy. No matter how much content they give you, you're always going to ask for more content because you're playing it like there's an end game. And there's no end game. And I'm slowly learning that the hard way. I don't blame anybody for that. I don't blame the game. I don't blame the developers. There's nobody I could blame for that. Because that's a you thing. Why do you play video games? Why do you play any video game? Why do you play COD? Why do you play Battlefield? And the arrival fallacy is what's hurting most video game players. It's this illusion that if I just hit this goal, I'll be satisfied. You won't be. Because it's a never-ending goal. I could look at my stats in Call of Duty, in Warzone, and Resurgence. I will never be the number 2 sniper, even if I was competing with myself. That's how good I am. I'd be number 1 twice. I could show you my stats from Resurgence. I have well over like 500 wins. And then what? I have over 500 wins. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't get me anything. It's just over 500 wins of me playing the game over and over and over again. And so that's the thing that everybody has to come to terms with. I had to come to terms with it. It's like, what is the end game of having 500 wins? Nothing. You just keep playing. That's the end game. You just keep playing.
Get it next time.
Oh, I won at Rebirth over 400 times? Okay. And then you just play Rebirth some more. And guess what? When they come up with a new map, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen when they make a new map. You're just going to go play that new map and try to win. And that's it. So, I mean, I'm telling you, I went deep into this because I was reading into the arrival fallacy because I was looking at it like how it affects every aspect of your life. And I mean that for any person. It doesn't even have to be in gaming. Any aspect of your life, career, job, relationships, friendships, hobbies, exercise, meeting a weight goal. It happens to people who exercise. People who exercise will tell you, oh yeah, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 100 pounds. And then they lose the weight and they think they're going to be satisfied. But then you know what happens? The 100-pound loss now shifts into, well, now I want to tone my arms. Now I want to tone my legs. And the goal keeps getting pushed and they're never satisfied. And that's why things become addictive. Because the arrival fallacy affects any part of your life, regardless of who you are or what you're doing. It's that feeling of once I meet this goal, I'll be happy. And then you meet the goal and you're not. And for us, we see it mostly in video games. But we always think like, oh, that next thing, it's that next thing, that next thing. And it's not. It's not that next thing. It's because we're playing for the wrong reasons. It's a never-ending goal. It's like exercising. Once you meet your goal, you tone up, you lose weight, you do both, whatever. Why do you exercise after that? Well, you should be doing it just because you enjoy it and because you want to stay healthy. Because you already hit your goals and you're not going to stop, because if you stop, then you're going to regress. So why do you keep exercising? The reason should be because you enjoy it. And it's part of your lifestyle now. We play video games for entertainment, right? Well, we have to remain entertained because let's say every video game had an end game. Every FPS shooter had an end game. Okay, so you finished the game and now what? Are you never going to play video games ever again because you finished it? Probably not, right? You want to keep playing video games. Okay, well, then you got to set realistic expectations about what the goal is of playing said video game. And obviously this isn't a one-size-fits-all because there are video games that you legitimately finish. You know, like in Locke's case, he just finished Resident Evil 9. There's only so many times he's going to play Resident Evil 9, right? Like, let's be serious. But I'm talking about, like, in terms of, like, SPS shooters, like COD, Battlefield. There is no end game. You play them for entertainment. You play them for fun. And you keep playing them. Oh, I can't hit that, man. What is happening? But I'm telling you, man, I took 2 long COD breaks, and I've just learned not just so much about myself, but even like what is the purpose of Call of Duty? What is the purpose of a game like Battlefield? And why am I playing these games? These are things that I'm learning. Oh shit, I have 5 minutes left. I gotta get the hell out of here before I die. I was completely not looking at the time. And there's no extension, so if you don't get out after that clock ends, you're just dead.
Excellent request received. Details on the way. VTOL needs a clear LZ to touch down.
Yeah, man, and it's good to love gaming. It's good to love hobbies. Any hobby. It doesn't matter what the hobby is. Oh, with exceptions. Vape hobbies, obviously.
Zone's clear. VTOL touching down.
But like, for example, I like to run. I've been running for a couple years now. I get up every morning and I run anywhere from 4 to 8 miles. Now, why do I run? Initially, it was to get healthy, lose a couple pounds, stuff like that, right? Health reasons. But then after you hit that goal, after you lose those couple pounds and you're feeling better and you're eating right, I'm still running. Now, why am I still running? I'm kind of enjoying it. I kind of just like getting up in the morning and running and starting my day. It clears my mind for the rest of the day. So I'm starting to see other benefits that I didn't initially start with. Mentally, I see the benefit now of getting up and making sure I get in my run every morning. It's not about losing weight anymore. It's not about health. It's not about getting in shape. Like, yes, I still get those benefits. But now it's like, I see how I feel when I don't run. I see how my focus is different when I don't run. So the arrival fallacy of I'm going to run until I lose X amount of pounds, that's gone now because I arrived there. So now I had to find another reason to, like, why should I keep running now that I met this goal? And that's why I said the arrival fallacy in psychology is not specific to any one area. It applies to everything. It applies to your career goals, your educational goals, your friendships, your relationship goals, your hobbies. It applies to everything because we get lost in I want to hit this goal, I want to do this thing, and then once you do it, you're not happy and you can't figure out, why am I not happy? I did this thing I wanted. I got this thing that I wanted to get. I achieved this thing that I wanted to achieve, and you're still not satisfied and you can't figure it out. And that's why, because we're always focused on the end game of things, and we're never focused on the why am I even doing this in the first place. And because video gaming is one of my hobbies, it's one of the things I'm discussing here. Video gaming, that was my problem, is I was getting on playing COD every day, and I didn't have a why. Why was I playing COD every day? What was I trying to get out of it? It started as fun because I've been playing COD for a long time. I saw COD from the beginning. I was around before Call of Duty was a thing. All right. So for all the young gamers, for all the teen gamers, the early 20-something gamers, I was around before Call of Duty existed, and we had video games before Call of Duty. So I'm telling you, I've seen Call of Duty since the beginning, and I've seen it change. I've seen the ecosystem change, and Call of Duty became this thing where it was like, it became ego driven, it became narcissism, it became kill death ratios and how many wins do you have and what's your KD and how many kills you got, how many wins you got, and it's just like, and all of that has existed. Don't get me wrong, but it's become hyper competitive. Versus in the past, it used to just be a thing among friends, ego among friends, and now all those statistics have now become this hyper competitiveness in content creation specifically. You see all these content creators who, like, they make everything about hyper competitiveness. As soon as a game comes out, it should have ranked. I don't mind that you want ranked in every game, but rank doesn't have to be at the beginning of every game. Let people enjoy the game first. Let people play the game. And then let's talk about a rank mode. Rank doesn't have to be at on day 1 of the life cycle of a game. It's okay if you put it in there, but day 1, come on, bro. Like let's breathe a little. Let's let people play the game. Let's let people enjoy the game. Everything doesn't have to be hyper competitive. Like, look, Marathon just came out like a week ago. And right away, oh, ranked on day 1 for an extraction shooter. Can we play the game? Can we see if we even like the game? Can we learn the gameplay loop? Can we learn the flow of the game? Or we instantly start talking about hyper competitiveness in a game? And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like hyper competitiveness is that arrival fallacy. It's people who feel like they have to prove something in every game they play. And people will tell you, "Oh, I'm just a competitive person." The reality is that it's not that you're a competitive person. It's a rival fallacy. It's you want to be the first to say I did XYZ. We see this every day in content creation. We see it in COD specifically. First person with the mastery camel. First person in the top 250. First person to iridescent. First person to unlock this camel. It's the arrival fallacy. And then all these people, because they want to be the first to stand on that pedestal. Because and you could tell they get there and nobody cares. Okay, you were the first to get the mastery camel. And nobody cares. And then they go through the arrival fallacy because a week later, what do those people say? Damn, man, there's no content. I already got the mastery camel. Damn, there's no content. I already unlocked everything. There's no content. It's a rival fallacy, bro. I'm telling you. You guys want to be the first because you think being the first at doing something in a brand new game, it's going to give you some personal achievement. And once you get there, you don't get the satisfaction you expected. And it ruins shit for you. It ruins your whole mindset. All of a sudden, the game is boring. The same people who want to be first in the world, the way they always title it, first in the world to do XYZ, suddenly the game is boring a week later. Suddenly the game has no content a week later. A rival fallacy. You wanted to do this goal. You wanted to hit this goal so fast, and when you hit it, you realize there's nothing here. Nobody's applauding because nobody cares. Because everybody has their own arrival fallacy that they're battling. Everybody has their own internal ego and goals that they're battling. So nobody cares about the next person. I don't care that you got the camel before me because I'm trying to get the camel. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they don't get the applause that they're looking for when they finally achieve the thing. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that with Call of Duty. I'm learning that with all gaming. I'm learning that, like, why am I playing any game? Why do I play any of these? And the reality is like you just gotta just enjoy for you. Just enjoy for you. Stop chasing things. Like, look, when this game came out, BO7, I instantly got the end game camel. I instantly got the zombies camel. And then you know what happened after I had both of those camels? Nothing. Nothing happened. That's it. I was kind of sitting at the end of the road like, all right, now what? Because I had this goal in my head of like, okay, once I get these camels, then I'm ready to play the game. And the funny thing is I got the camels and I stopped playing the game. It's like I was waiting for the applause that never came because nobody cares, myself included. Nobody cares. I wasn't playing for fun. I was playing for this imaginary goal. And then, like I said, you get there and then you realize like, oh, this is kind of stupid. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. And so, like, I'm glad I took these breaks from COD. I'm glad I took a break last year with BO6, and I'm glad I took a break this year with BO7. And I'm glad they're bringing in a mode that eliminates all of that fake, you know, the fake gameplay. Like I said, because all this Warzone is not a battle royale. I appreciate that, PG. life is weird, man, and like everything interconnects, everything intersects, man. Your hobbies to your personal life, it all works under the same rules. It's all the same psychology. It's all the same. It's the same worries and concerns. Things you do for fun versus the things that you have to take seriously. A relationship versus playing Call of Duty. It might sound far fetched, but when you really sit down and think about it, you realize it's the same psychology. Everybody in life is trying to achieve all these different goals, the perfect friend, the perfect partner, the perfect parent, perfect everything. And then you always feel like you never get there because who assesses that? Who assesses when you finally arrive at that destination? Who assesses that? Is it you? Is it the people around you? And then that's why a lot of us, we fall into these depressive states because we always feel like you feel like either you never got there, or if you feel like you got there, you're not satisfied. And then you're left with the, now what? I'm here and I'm not happy. Now what? And that's why I said it applies to so many different parts of life. Yeah, and it happens with relationships too, but for various reasons. For various reasons. Now with relationships, it's a little more nuanced because you are talking about two people at the very least, unless you're in one of those relationships. I won't judge how many people are in your relationship. But at the very least, if you're in a duality relationship where it's two people, it's a little more nuanced because you can never control the other person. You can never control how the other person thinks or feels or what their goals and expectations are. You know, it's a little more complicated with relationships, but still the rules apply because you're looking to be the best partner. And how do you know you're the best partner? You're at the mercy of the other person's standards of you.
Got a checkpoint nearby. Eliminate all enemies.
And you can only be you. No, you see what you're saying there? That proves my point. You're trying to attain a goal that you don't feel is attainable because you haven't yet figured out when you're there. You haven't figured out when you have finally landed on the goal. So you just feel like, I'm never gonna reach this goal. I'm never gonna get this thing. Complicated, PG. That's what this whole conversation is about, man. It's the psychology behind every aspect of our lives, man, and how we judge ourselves. And when we feel like we're either not where we feel we should be, when we feel like we haven't reached the goal we set for ourselves, when we feel like we're not even good enough to reach our own goals. There's so much psychology behind it. And trust me, the more you dig, the more complicated it gets. I'm not here to tell you I have an answer for any of it, because I don't. I have the same struggles you do. I have the same struggles as everyone else. And listen, here's what I'll tell you. This one's gonna get a little deep. But this is another lesson I had to learn the hard way. This one I've experienced too. I've experienced, and I've read some crazy quotes about it. Sometimes, well, not even sometimes, a lot of times, unfortunately, because part of the like 8 trillion humans on the planet. unfortunately, as humans, it's kind of like, again, I'm gonna relate it to video games because it's the truth. When it comes to humans and relationships,
Good to have intel we can put to use.
sometimes you could do everything right, and you're just not somebody's cup of tea, man. And the hardest part we all have with that situation is we don't know how to accept that truth. That there's nothing you can do different. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you haven't done. Life is just weird that way. And there's people you're gonna come across. There's people you're gonna come across, and it's just, it's not enough. No matter how much you do, it's not enough. And it's not because of you. That's a them thing. I need this car. Hold up. That's a them thing. And I've had to learn that in life, that some people just not gonna like you. And I don't mean like they won't like you from the start. I'm talking about friendships. I've had friendships that for many years it looked like these are people that I could have literally called my best friends for a long time. Like my best friends. And those friendships have fallen out badly to the point where there's people that I genuinely don't ever want to see them ever again as long as I'm alive. And that happens in relationships too. You go from you think you got something here to y'all are like enemies now, and you wonder how you got there. But that's life, man, and it sucks. I'm not here to tell you it doesn't suck. It absolutely sucks. But I've had that with friendships. People who I literally called my literal best friends. People that I hung out with every single day, talked every day. Had personal conversations with every day, and then you things just don't work out, and you question it for a while, like, damn, like, how did we get here type shit. And you question yourself. Is it me? Am I good enough? Am I a good enough friend? What did I do? What didn't I do? Could I have done something different? Should I have not have done something? And that's why I say it gets to the point where you realize you couldn't have done anything differently, because it's two humans trying to coexist, and you may never meet the standard of another human being. You might never meet the standard of another human being. It is an unfortunate part of life, man. And like I said, not saying that to try to diminish that it fucking sucks, because it fucking sucks. What makes Blackout different? Everything I said. There's no loadouts. Lock, there's no loadouts whatsoever. It's all ground loot. The way the ground loot works, it works the same exact way as Battlefield. It's a tier system. It's like the rarity, right? So like gray, blue, green, purple, orange. Obviously, orange guns being the best, gray being the worst. But not worse in terms of damage. Worse in terms of attachment. In Blackout, the rarities just mean either no attachments or 5 attachments. So an orange gun gives you 5 attachments. You know, a blue gun gives you 2. A purple gun gives you 3, you know, like that. The damage is all the same. Mechanics, it's the same. 300 health, 3 plates. So that hasn't changed. Oh, I'm using the wrong gun. 300 health, 3 plates. Tiered armor system. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Just like the original Blackout. Each armor system gives you more damage reduction. So like a level 3 armor will protect you more than a level 2 armor. But level 3 armor is they said is rare to find. So like you're not just gonna be dropping in and people are gonna have level 3 armors and won't. Those are really rare items. So mostly you're gonna see level 1, level 2 armors. All the guns are not in the game. They said they're only doing like 25 guns because they don't want anything too overpowered. Again, they're focusing on balance. As far as cheating, I mean, you know that's an ongoing battle. I can only tell you what they have said. I can tell you this, and this is gonna sound weird. I was talking with Legacy about this. Apparently, console-only lobbies are doing worse than PC lobbies. I don't know if it's because people are using like Chronuses and stuff and consoles and Zims and whatever the hell else is out there, and it's just not being detected. Because on PC, you know, you gotta Ricochet installs on your machine and then it scans your machine. According to the internet, people are saying PC lobbies are feeling better than ever. Now, is it 100%? Of course not. You know, nothing is 100%. Yeah, they're saying console. If you play crossplay off, they're saying you're gonna have a hard time. Now, I haven't played COD on my PS5, so I can't speak to it. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of console cheats are popping up. Kind of crazy. To me, I'm just looking forward to like the balance of, you know, the battle royale experience. Not having loadouts. No buy station. You can't go to the buy station and buy anything. There are no buy stations. There are no UAVs. There are no bounties. Like you really have to rely on map rotations and your eyes and your ears. Listen for movement. Listen for gunshots. I mean, think of it like Battlefield. It's the same thing you do in Battlefield. There's no buy stations. There's no UAVs. There's no bounties. You're not popping bounties every 2 seconds. There's no advanced UAVs. So, oh, you can see everybody on the map. No, there's none of that. There's none of that. It is a true BR experience. I need ammo. Holy shit. I like this sniper. It reloads quick. What time you gonna be on? What time you gonna be on? After I'm done with this round, I was gonna go real quick, get my car clean, because we had a blizzard here like 2 weeks ago. And my car has like winter salt all over it. But again, that's quick. So yeah, let me know what time are you gonna be on. Alright, there we go. 100. I gotta go to zone 4 now. Oh snap. I'm not trying to fight him right now. I need a car. The help is cleaning the car, not me. Alright, I can hold that close cluster over there. Alright, How can I get to tier 4?
Rally unmarked cohorts.
We're gonna go this way. Actually, you know what? I might extract so I can go get this done. Because I do want to get this card thing out of the way.
Eliminate all enemies in the guild's foothold.
I do want to get this card thing out of the way.
Exfil's on the way. Hang tight and keep the LZ clear.
My car is super dirty. Like we had a blizzard. We had 3.5 feet of snow. And all that street salt is all over my car. You would think I was the one doing it. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I'll be around, so you let me know.
Watch it. VTOL can't win with the LZ. Exfil's arrived.
I was telling Legacy yesterday, like, I took my FPS break, but I think I'm gonna come back. I'm definitely gonna go back into more variety games. So you might see me on COD, you might see me on Battlefield, you might see me on Arc Raiders. I'm just gonna wing it every day. I'm not gonna plan anything.
Let's get you the hell out of there.
But my motivations are different now. My motivations are so different that when I played COD for 3 hours last night. I want you to think about this. I played COD for 3 hours last night. I didn't cuss anybody out, not a singular time, which is unheard of for me. I didn't cuss out a single person on COD last night. Wasn't even mad. Wasn't even upset. Wasn't even upset. I just took it in stride. I was like, all right, cool. I died. Load up again. Let's do it again. All right, we almost got the mastery cam on this. This cam was not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap for there. Like I said, go take care of this little issue with my car. Go get my car cleaned, and then I'll be back around. But I appreciate PG, Locke. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate the convo. I know my lives always start from basic gaming to philosophical, introspective conversations, and I apologize for that. But I can't help it. That's me. I'm a thinker. I'm an overthinker. I lose a lot of sleep overthinking, and then I got to start researching stuff, and my mind doesn't rest until I do the research. And I went down this whole rabbit hole of rival fallacy, if you want to look it up. And I learned so much about it and how it fits into so many different aspects of our lives, and a lot of things started to make sense once I looked into it. A lot of stuff in my life started to make more sense once I realized, like, oh, it's those unrealistic, now, and I don't want to say unrealistic expectations, but misunderstood expectations. That's really what it is misunderstood expectations that we put on ourselves. And then when we arrive there and we're not happy, we don't know why. And it all starts to make more sense after a while. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all listening to me yap. But yeah, that's all I got. I'll be back later.